Did you know there is a cave somewhere out there that even scientists can't explain? There are many mysterious caves around the world, but one of them stands out among the rest because it has remained a mystery for hundreds of years. The deepest, longest, and largest cave in the world is called Veryovkina Cave and is located near the city of Kropotkin in Russia. And it gets more interesting as you go deeper. The cave consists of several levels. At the entrance, you will find stalactites and stalagmites, as well as many other unique formations made of minerals from the water dripping through the cave over millions of years. But once you reach the bottom of the cave, things start to look different. As you continue to descend into the cave, you will notice that the air becomes thinner and thinner. When you reach the bottom, it will feel like you are on another planet. At first, this place was thought to be the largest cave in the world. But then, in 2018, China claimed to have found a longer cave in their country. This is the same amount of oxygen as on the summit of Mount Everest. This lake is filled with the most bizarre water you have ever seen. They also have no pigmentation, and they are white. Scientists have never seen anything like this before. If you could see beyond the lake, you would see that the ground begins to shake. This means that the cave could collapse at any moment. When this happens, the lake will spill over and the cave will be destroyed. But there are still many things that we don't understand. If you did, don't forget to leave us a thumbs up and subscribe, so you never miss an amazing video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Did you know that in Mexico there is a cave full of ice? This is the only place in the world where ice caves exist. These ice caves are formed when the temperature inside the cave drops below freezing. Over time, this creates huge formations of ice that can last for centuries. Perhaps one day we will be able to understand this cave and all of its secrets. But until then, it will remain one of the most mysterious places in the world. But this is not a bad thing, because it will reveal the truth behind the cave. Scientists hope that when the cave collapses, they will be able to study it and finally learn the truth about this mysterious place. Then a huge crack would appear in the ground, and you would be sucked into the crack and taken to another planet. There is much more to the cave than meets the eye. There are many things that scientists simply cannot explain. It is possible that the cave is hiding some kind of portal that leads to another planet. But until the cave collapses, we will never know for sure. Of course, this is just a movie. It is not real. But it is possible that something similar could happen in real life. But they believe that the fish have evolved to live in such extreme conditions. The fish are very small, and they cannot survive outside of the cave. So this means that they have been trapped in the cave for thousands of years. The water in the lake is green, and it glows in the dark. Scientists have studied the water, and they cannot explain how it is possible. They have found that the water contains a lot of sulfur and other minerals that are not normally found in lakes. But the strangest thing about the lake is that it is full of fish. The bottom of this cave is truly bizarre because it feels like you are walking on another planet. Scientists have found that the rocks at the bottom of the cave are not like anything they have ever seen before. The rocks are covered with strange symbols that have not been deciphered yet. They could be the oldest form of writing in the world, or they could be something else entirely. Scientists are still trying to figure this out. To make matters worse, the pressure inside the cave is very low, so low that if you were to take a deep breath, your lungs would collapse. Because of this, explorers have to use special equipment just to be able to breathe while exploring the cave. However, the Chinese authorities failed to document this properly, and therefore the title of the largest cave still belongs to the Odasavaka Cave in Russia. That means it doesn't get hot in the summer or cold in the winter. The bottom of the cave is also full of strange pillars that seem to be holding up the ceiling. These pillars are made of the same strange rocks that cover the walls of the cave, and they are all perfectly aligned with each other. This is very strange because these pillars do not appear to serve any purpose. There's no way they could be holding up the ceiling because the ceiling is made of solid rock. So why are they there? Scientists think that these pillars could be part of an ancient ritual site. They believe that the people who lived in this area thousands of years ago used to gather at the bottom of the cave and perform strange rituals. But this is just a theory. There is no evidence to support it. The temperature always stays between 5 and 6 degrees Celsius, which is about 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists believe that this happens because the cave is so deep that it is no longer affected by the outside world. But why isn't the air stagnant? Why is it still possible to breathe inside this cave? Scientists think that there are still some underground rivers beneath the cave that are feeding oxygen into the cave. It will take you to another planet. This cave may be able to answer some of the most profound mysteries of our universe. Before we get into the video, remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss an amazing video. Scientists were able to map the first 11 kilometers of this cave, which makes it the deepest and longest cave in the world. This is where things get strange, because scientists have found that there is no water at the bottom. Despite the fact that the cave was formed by water dripping down from above, but how did this happen? When the researchers began to study the cave, they found that the water table had dropped dramatically since the cave was formed. In fact, the entire area has been experiencing a drought that has lasted for several years. So although the cave was formed by water, it now appears to be completely dry. But wait, it gets weirder, because the Russian team discovered that the temperature inside the cave does not change with the seasons. All of these factors combined make it a perfect place for people to explore if they have the right equipment, of course. But Varyovkina Cave hides even more secrets. The reason for this is that the air in the cave is so thin that it contains only 19% oxygen. But all of this is nothing compared to what scientists have found at the bottom of the cave. But wait, there's more. But the most amazing discovery in the cave is that there is a lake at the bottom. These fish are unlike any other fish in the world. They have no eyes and they are completely blind. But the most amazing part about the cave is that it seems to be a portal to another planet. Scientists have found that the bottom of the cave is moving at a very fast speed, 2 centimeters per year. The cave has been hiding many secrets for centuries, but it won't be able to hide them forever. Thanks to this cave, we have learned a lot about the history of our planet. So what do you think is going on in this cave? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed the video.